her iPad. And when somebody's using an iPad or another laptop or computer in the house, like B&B guests or Wendy, it messes up the live stream. So if you're in there, pop back in. We're in here waiting for you. Sorry about that, guys. That was a nearly 7-minute live stream, and then it messed up. So Wendy turned off her iPad, and now I'm streaming again. According to this, I'm live. I'm 29, 30 seconds into the live stream. So if you guys are in there, pop in and say hi. And do you guys remember what day it is? It's a very important day. Do not forget that you have to do something before you get to bed tonight. All right? So pop in there and leave your 2 bits worth, leave your comment, and chat it up because we can talk about just about anything you want here on this live stream. All right? I'm chatting, I'm talking, and we're waiting for you. We're waiting for you on this live stream. Wendy's live stream, Golf Island Rock. And the reason I'm doing it on this one is because I'm holding the iPhone. This iPhone is getting hot. It is getting smoking hot here in my hand. So pop in, guys. Don't be shy. Now we have nobody in there. There's all these people on the other. Oh, there's somebody. I see a watcher. So pop in and say hi. Sorry about the other live stream. The connection failed. But now it's back again because Wendy turned off her iPad. She was actually uploading a video to the channel and it really messed up the live stream. The video's finished uploading now. Should be finished uploading now. So anyway, I'm here. What's that? Big black clocks with an L. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like taking the O out of country. You know what I mean?
We got clocks.
Right.
I said clocks.
You did. You did. Okay, guys, come on in. Don't be shy. It looks like you've all disappeared now. We had everybody in there, and now there's not a single soul around. You've moved on. You've ostracized me. I'm all by myself here, yapping to myself. If there's anybody out there, come on in. Come on in, man. And don't be shy. I'll be hanging around here for a bit because it is Saturday night, and Saturday night's all right. You remember the Bay City Roller song, Saturday Night? Some of you guys are way too young to remember that. Saturday. That was a Bay City Roller song. 70s band out of Scotland, right? So, yeah, it's funny. It was full of people in there. Now they're all gone. What a bummer, right? That's too bad. Yeah, it's the iPad that messed it up. Not really. I think tomorrow we'll do those chorizo. For breakfast, we can do chorizo. I can barbecue them. Come on in, folks. We are live from the Southern Gulf Islands here in the North Pacific. All right? Come on in. I'll wear my glasses so I can see what's going on there. Live from the North Pacific on the Southern Gulf Islands. I enjoy weekends a lot more now. You know why I enjoy weekends a lot more? Because Sunday, I don't have to worry about getting up on Monday and going to work. I can just kick back and do whatever I want to do in the garden. So did you message that lady?
Yeah.
You did? Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah. Come on down, folks. Come on in. Hopefully I'm still live. It shows that I'm live here. I am live. And not a single soul. That's a shame. I had some really cool people in there. I wanted to talk to you guys. We had Dave. We had somebody from Bahrain, Tara. We had Jane. I saw Jane in there. I saw Alan in there. So we had 4 people in there that they're all gone. They're all gone. They've just probably maybe moved on. They don't want to bother with a live stream that's not going to work. Right? What a shame. Oh, well, that's the way she goes. That is the way she goes, folks. What you doing in the kitchen there, hon?
I didn't have pasta with you, and I want an egg. I'm having a late egg on toast.
Yeah.
I'm having an egg on toast right now.
0 watchers, 0 thumbs up, and we had a full house in there. And everybody is gone. Crazy. Anyway, Dave and his family, he said they might come out in the spring again. Dave, White with Dreamy Eyes. Except when he stayed here that time, I think it was Snowbird Flock. Or no, it was White with Dreamy Eyes.
No.
Snowbird Flock. He's changed it. Oh, we got a watcher in there. That's exciting. Come on in, guys. Don't be shy. The last stream died. Wendy had her iPad going and it messed things up big time. So if you're in there, leave your 2 bits worth and tell us what's on your mind. All right. And remember what night it is. It's a very special night in some areas. That person's gone now. See, there's like, oh, you teased me. There's one person watching and they're, yeah, you teased me, man. Come on in. Say hi. Don't be shy. I'm not shy. I am so far from shy, it ain't even funny. Hey, right, Wendy?
You just like talking.
I love to talk. I love to talk.
You like talking. That's what
I like talking the talk and walking the walk.
Well, actually, honestly, you could have been a DJ. You could have been like.
I don't know if I could have been a DJ, but I would probably would have had fun being a DJ because
No, you would have been good.
I could have just rambled on.
Like what you do. So
I could just ramble on for
that's
hours.
what you're doing.
I am rambling on. I'm rambling on, and there's nobody even listening to me. That's the thing. It's basically like I'm ghost talking. I'm talking to myself. It's kind of like when you turn on the two-way radio and you hear somebody talking, but you can't hear who they're talking to. We call those guys ghost talkers because sometimes they're BSing you and they're not talking to anybody. You know what I mean? So I'm not really talking to anybody. I do see one watcher in there, but I have a feeling that one watcher's going to either go back to zero, or they're going to leave a comment. See, it went back to 0. So it means people are passing through. People are passing through the live stream and they're not leaving any comments. So come on in, people. Jane, if you're in there. Alan, Baja Terrera, whatever your island is or wherever you are. Dave, out there, White with Dreamy Eyes. Jane, come on in. Come on in and say hi. I'm going to be hanging around for a bit. I'm going to talk till my voice is hoarse. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk till my voice is gone. What are we going to do tomorrow? Are we going to the coffee shop, go to Roasters? Wendy and I are going to go to Roasters. And tomorrow we're going to have a coffee at Roasters if they're open. They might be closed. There's a good chance they might be closed. Yeah. Well, a lot of people here are short of staff on Salt Spring Island. I find that, right? So with all these government mandates and stuff like that, there's a lot of people losing their jobs. So now it's crazy. The restaurants and stuff and coffee shops are short of staff. And I wouldn't even doubt it where I work. Are going to be short of staff soon. It's just kind of silly, isn't it? And hospitals, short of staff. It's absolutely insane in the membrane, right? So, hey guys, come on in. Hopefully I am still streaming.
Short staff.
Yeah, short staff. That's the thing. I'm 8 minutes. Am I actually streaming? Am I actually on here? You know, let me know if I'm streaming here, folks. I'm going to keep on talking. I'm going to keep on talking.
I could tell you if you were, if I went on my iPad, but then it may take you off of it.
I think I am because occasionally I see a person watching.
Yeah.
So then it's got to be
it must
working.
be.
Yeah. So there's just nobody in here right now, and it's kind of sad because we had a lot of people in there, and I would have had a good time talking to you. I'm just going to keep it on. It's no skin off my backside.
No, because you like to talk.
I love to
You
talk.
could be talking to me.
I could be talking to. I talk to
Well,
Wendy.
you are, so.
Wendy's with me 8 hours a day or
I
more.
know, yeah.
You know what? The thing is, Wendy has to put up with me all day
Wendy's
long now.
not used to
She
having
was
to go here
no.
all the time.
Wendy was quite happy before when I go out the door at work, early morning. She could sleep in. Now I
Well,
shake.
once here I'd spend maybe 6 weeks with you full time on your holiday, but now that's become
Right.
all the time.
That's awesome. Anyway, guys, come on in. Say hi. Don't be shy. We're 9 minutes and 18 seconds into this, and I've been babbling to myself for just about 10 minutes. I even find that hard to believe that I can talk to myself for 10 minutes. Do you?
No.
Wendy doesn't find it hard to believe. It's like, that's why I have a radio system. Like, ever since I was a little kid, I like to talk. So I got this radio, two-way radio, and to me, that's like broadcasting to the world. Like, I'm kind of like this DJ on the radio.
Yeah, you
Up
can.
there, it's like, it's not a radio where, everybody hears you, but, I mean, I
It's
can.
not like you. I mean, even here, you did the weather on the radio.
I did
station.
the weather. I was the weather guy.
And honestly, as far as a community, you are one of the
What am I?
well, you're kind of like, what do they call them when you're
A pain in the butt.
no,
Loudmouth.
no, when you're
Mr. Know-It-All.
No,
I got
forget.
the thing there. It says
Yeah,
Mr.
I'll
Know-It-All.
Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All.
I'm going to keep those. I'm not getting rid of those. I'm keeping
You
them.
did win that, Mr. Know-It-All.
I'm keeping those Mr.
Because
Know-It-Alls.
Joe, you do talk to everyone, and you're no, what do they call it when you're an ambassador? You're like an ambassador.
Well, maybe my videos are. Some people asked, do you work for the Chamber of Commerce? Because a lot of people have actually moved here because of my videos. People have traveled
Lots of
here
people.
because of the videos. Now, I'm not trying to promote Salt Spring.
No.
I just show it the way it is.
No, but lots of people, that's how they connected to Salt Spring.
They do. So I have a lot of videos on YouTube. And you know what? I just show it like it is. No BS. If it snows, I'm going to show the snow. If it rains, I'm going to show the rain. If we get a hurricane force wind, if we get some hail, if we get some sun, you're going to see it because I shoot videos every single day, and virtual does not lie. My videos are not fake; they're real and they're raw and unedited. So
like, we watched that guy in Costa Rica, that Michael. Travel
right,
guy. Like
yeah.
Same idea. He just talks about the country. And
He does, yeah.
It's good and it's educational and it's,
I'm waiting for a watcher to come in. Oh, you guys are making me tired. Oh, there's somebody in there watching. Leave a comment. Don't be shy. I see somebody in there. This is a live stream. There's Jane. Aloha, Jane. We love you.
You're
From
back.
Jane, we're glad to have you in there. Sorry about the first live stream, Jane. So I'll tell you what happened. Wendy had her iPad on and she was editing a video she was uploading. And for some weird reason, when somebody else is on the internet here, because our internet is so lousy, it cuts out my live stream. So I'm live streaming on Gulf Island Rock. And now we're back again. And Jane, we are happy to have you in there. Jane, I was happy to have you in there. We love Jane. Aloha. Cheers and aloha from the Southern Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. See, Jane lives in the Central Pacific.
We're looking at property in Maui.
Wendy was actually looking at property on Maui this afternoon. She says, here's another thing we could do, Joe. We could sell our place here. We could buy a cheaper place. I have photos of the clouds touching the mountains today. Jane, you know what? Feel free to post them on my Facebook page. You know what I mean? I love stuff like that because I love Hawaii. Wendy and I will always love Hawaii. So where's the island where Jane lives? I'm going to show you something here. There's the islands, Jane. Right there. There's the Hawaiian Islands. And Jane lives on that island right there. You live on that island right there. And anyway, yeah, feel free to post pictures, Jane, if you want. I love when you post pictures of palm trees and the clouds touching the mountains, which is pretty cool. So anyway, so this is what Wendy's thought was. Again, Wendy's got lots of different thoughts running through her mind. So yes, we're working on Costa Rica. We're working on Costa Rica. We're going through the paperwork. It takes time. I saw a lady today. I was taking a video of some palm trees in the village of Ganges. And a lady comes up to me and she says, Joe, I thought you moved to Costa Rica. I says, no. I says, we haven't even sold our house yet. I says, we're working on it. I says, I'll be around for many more months. Trust me. So, I was telling people we moved to Costa Rica. I says, no, that's our plan. But sometimes plans change. So another thought went through Wendy's thought process was like, okay, Joe, she says to me, why don't we sell our place here and buy a cheaper place? The trail is muddy today. Couldn't go up the summit. Oh, so you guys had rain. We had some pretty good rain here today, Jane. It rained really good. Then the sun came out. Then it rained again. So Wendy's thought process was, okay, we buy a condo on Maui, right? Buy a condo on Maui in South Kihei, and then you rent it out. You stay there for 6 months. So we go to Maui for 6 months. We have a cheaper place on Vancouver Island, and when we're done on Maui, then we spend the other 6 months on Vancouver Island. The entire summit was covered in the clouds, which was very wet. Oh, cool. So it rains a lot up in those mountains. I'm assuming where you are in Kapahulu that it doesn't get a lot of rain. It's dry like Waikiki. I know Waikiki gets about 21 inches annually. Something like that. Kihei is around 9 or 10 inches annually. Kihei is extremely dry. It's on the leeward side. If you go over to Hana on the other side, it's kind of like, I'm guessing the North Shore must be wetter than Waikiki, right? It must be. Anyway, Wendy and I love Hawaii. We totally love the place. So that is just one of her thoughts. What does Wendy have? She has a caramel bar. So anyway, there's 2 watchers in there. Come on in, say hi. The first live stream failed. Sorry, guys. I was lower from the summit, was muddy. There was koa trees, but koa trees don't live at the summit, which was too wet. Oh, so they like it a little drier. Yeah, the acacia tree at Grace Point in town is looking really good. I shot a video there, and I'll upload it tomorrow morning. I'll upload the video.
With tikis.
Yeah, Wendy actually has koa wood tikis. We bought one in Waikiki from a Hawaiian dude, and then we bought one from a Tongan dude on Maui in Lahaina. My place didn't have an inch of rain today. Didn't have an inch. Okay, we had a lot of rain today. I bet you we had probably an inch of rain today. I'm going to say we at least, yeah, it was raining hard. So I'm sure we had probably over 25 millimeters of precipitation today. GD Gardens, Corona Demar, good to see you in there. Koa trees thrive in moist places, but not wet. Okay, so they probably don't like wet feet. They probably like good drainage. Kind of like the eucalyptus trees we grow. They're native to Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah, koa trees are native to Hawaii. And Jane loves koa trees. So the eucalyptus trees we grow, I mean, they can handle the precipitation we get in the winter months, in the autumn and winter months here, because it's very wet. But they need fast draining soil. So our soil is extremely rocky, and the native tree we have here on our property is Arbutus mainsazii, or Pacific madrona. Hey, GD Gardens, get back in here. Don't be shy. The koa on the ridges have drainage. Yeah, I figured they'd have drainage, Jane. So they have pretty fast draining soil. I'm guessing it's probably lava rock, maybe. Under the surface, there's probably a thin membrane of soil there. And then, like here, in our garden, we have a very thin membrane of soil where our house is. But if you go down into our deep ravine, you can dig down and it's nice, thick forest loam, rich forest loam. A woman who halfway through the marathon ran shorts and she achieved a record after she did that. Wow, that's awesome. That must be in the Guinness Book of World Records. Good fact, GD Gardens. GD Gardens in Georgia. My friend, my son's best friend lives in Georgia. I said that to you before. My youngest son was here today with his girlfriend, Georgia. It's loam. Koa don't like growing on lava. Oh, they don't like growing on lava rocks. Okay, so it's loam. Yeah, it's interesting. GD Gardens, my youngest son's girlfriend's name is Georgia, and his best friend lives in Georgia. So he loves Georgia. He loves his girlfriend, Georgia, and he loves Georgia. He likes the state of Georgia. He's been down there twice now to Georgia. His friend lives in, I think it's Augusta. I think Augusta, Georgia. Something like that. So anyway, the island I live on is old, so the mountains are muddy, is old and muddy when wet. Oh, okay. So which is the oldest island? I think Kauai is the oldest island, isn't it? Is Kauai the oldest of the Hawaiian Islands? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure Kauai is the oldest of the Hawaiian Islands. And the youngest maybe is the Big Island, do you think? Is that right, Jane? Is Kauai the oldest Hawaiian island? Give me the dirt.
I think Hawaii was.
No, I don't know.
It's got the highest
I
elevation.
think Captain Cook landed on the island of Kauai, didn't he? It wasn't the Big Island. I think it was the island of Kauai.
I read James Mitchell's book. Hawaii.
Makapu'u has lava. Makapu'u and craters and oh, I know Makapu'u. Isn't that over by Sandy Beach? Isn't that where near the Makapu'u? They do a lot of surfing there. Isn't that past Sandy Beach area? I like the blowhole near Sandy Beach. There's a pretty cool blowhole over there. Makapu'u, I think they do some. There's some big ass waves over there, so people do surfing. A lot of big surfs over there. Kauai is not the oldest, but is older. Oh, okay. What is the oldest island? I'm curious. So it's not Oahu. I don't think it's
Hawaii. Hawaii.
Hawaii. Oh, Wendy thinks it's the Big
I don't know
Island.
why- I'm just thinking because of elevation.
And oh, maybe
So over
maybe
time-
Hawaii is the oldest island.
They rose up out of the ocean.
Right. Okay.
So I'm thinking.
So Hawaii, the Big Island, is the oldest island. The youngest island is underwater and still forming. Yeah, I heard there is an island still forming, which is crazy. So if you go to Johnson Atoll and Marshall Island, is that still considered part of the Hawaiian Island chain? Like, because I know the Hawaiian Island chain stretches a long way, and there are other islands out there like Midway, Johnson Island Atoll. Aren't those still part of the Hawaiian Island chain? Correct me if I'm wrong. I've always thought that there's islands farther out where there used to be like military bases. And they've dismantled those bases now because they want them to become more like bird sanctuaries, like Johnson Island Atoll And Midway, I think, is part of the Hawaiian island chain, correct? Jane? Jane will give me the dirt. I know Jane knows her stuff. Jane is a smart lady. So is that true? Well, I mean, yeah, you could Google it. I can't Google it because I'm doing a live stream right now, but I know the Hawaiian island chain stretches far past what people see really on the map when they just show Hawaii out in the middle of the Central Pacific. And I also know that the Hawaiian Islands are the most remote island chain on the face of the earth. They're farthest from land. The Hawaiian Islands are farthest from land. Midway, Cure, and Lejeune and atolls are part of the island chain, but are older than the main islands. Ah, okay. So, is there anybody out on those islands? Does anybody live on those islands or not? Because I know Johnson Island used to be, and Midway, they used them during the war, and there used to be bases out there. And I don't think there is anymore. I think they've dismantled a lot of the stuff out there. But back in the day, Midway and Johnson Island were part of the military operation. They used it out there, right? And I've seen videos on it. And I think I'm trying to think what else is out there. If it goes farther out into Bikini Island Atoll, but I think that's more in South Pacific, right? Nope, they are a sanctuary for birds and coastal plants. Okay, yeah, but they used to have bases on them, right? Now, that's what I thought. They turned them into sanctuaries for birds, right? Okay, interesting. And that's a good thing because I love birds. So if you're getting rid of all the junk out there, because I'm sure there's a lot of military junk, like, one of the islands that the military really destroyed was the island of Kaho'olawe. So Kaho'olawe is about 11 miles off the coast of Maui, and that's the smallest of the 8 Hawaiian islands. Yep, they used to be bases there. So Kaho'olawe, you probably know the island of Kaho'olawe, is a very dangerous island to go to because there's still a lot of unexploded ordnance in the water around the island. But they've been cleaning it up for the last 30 years or so, I think since 1990 or 91. But unfortunately, the military bombed Kaho'olawe for like 50 years, and Kaho'olawe is currently being restored. Yes, they are restoring it. And I've seen lots of documentaries on Kaho'olawe, and they've bombed that island so badly, like apparently they cracked the water table in it, and they made it into this barren wasteland, lots of craters from the bombs, and have a Hawaiian friend that would sit on the shores of Maui, and he'd sit on the shores of Maui. People have been planting native plants there. Yes, yes, there's a cleanup crew on the island of Kaho'olawe, and they've been planting and restoring the vegetation back to the original, which is nice because unfortunately Kaho'olawe was a dust bowl. They blew the poor little island apart, which is really sad. And I think at one time, correct me if I'm wrong, Jane, Hawaiians lived on Kaho'olawe, right? There was Hawaiians there, and I think they took the Hawaiians off. They took the Hawaiians off, and then they started bombing it. Oh, there's White with dreamy eyes. Hello, Dave. White with dreamy eyes. I see your 2 eyeball emojis. There's Wendy over there on the couch on the little.
Hi.
So I think is that true, Jane? They took off the Hawaiians. They took the Hawaiians off of Kaho'olawe, and then they started using it for bombing practice. So our friend Louis Lewis, his name's Louis Lewis, believe it or not, a Hawaiian dude, lives on Maui. He says back in the 1970s, he would sit on the beach, on Little Beach, and he would watch them bomb. Native erythrina trees are one of the surviving native trees on the island. Erythrina christagalli? Oh, wow. I know erythrina. They should plant, I don't know if there's any native palms out there. Do you think there was native palms out there? I'm guessing Kaho'olawe's dry. Very, very dry.
Been there?
I had a really cool picture of Kaho'olawe on my.
Never been.
Where's my picture of Kaho'olawe? I hope you took it down. I took a picture. You saved my photos, right? They were up on my wall. I had this inverted photo of Kaho'olawe. I took it was in one of my pictures on the wall. I hope it's around there. What happened to your last stream? No, I don't think. Jane, have you been to Kaho'olawe? My last stream died because Wendy was on the iPad.
Yeah, we figured.
When Wendy's on the iPad, it messed up my stream. Erythrina sandwichensis. No, Krista Galley is native. Hey, I wonder why they called it sandwichensis, because Hawaiian Islands used to be called the Sandwich Islands, named after the Earl of Sandwich. Ah, Interesting. Yeah, oops. Yeah, I know. White with dreamy eyes. The stream died. So I came back doing the stream. She turned off her iPad, and now I'm doing it on this one.
Except for I was on my iPad. and then you
Earthrhina
started
Sandra
streaming.
is sand with weakness. Okay, Krista Galley's not native. I think Krista Galley might be native to South America, right? Something like that. Yeah. Um, Embothrium. Okay, I'm thinking of Embothrium. There's a plant here we grow Embothrium, Crinodendron,
Wow.
Hookerianum. I almost went to bed. You almost went to bed, and then you thought, oh, Dave, I'm going to give it one more shot.
Dave.
And Dave White with dreamy eyes. You
Did
see,
you
I
turn
almost
the
went to
clock
bed.
back?
Oh, so do you know what day it is today? Not in Hawaii, it's not. But we changed the clocks back tonight. Okay,
I tell me
so
you gotta stay up later now.
so Dave, you can change your clocks back an hour, so you don't have to go to bed. See, so if it's 8 o'clock right now, turn it back to 7, and it'll be
No,
okay.
What time is it now?
I don't know what time it
It's
is.
8:30.
Okay, Dave, it's 8:30,
So
but
it's
no, it's actually
9:30.
really
It's
9:30.
bedtime.
So
It's
turn the
bedtime.
clocks back, and it's 8:30 because Wendy and I at 7 o'clock, I'm I'm home alone. That was a good movie. Did you ever see Home
Who's
Alone?
home alone?
Dave's Home Alone.
Is he scared?
Are you scared? Don't be scared. Do you have snow out there still? Is there snow up in Prince George? It rained here pretty heavy today. Then we had sun.
They
Then
shouldn't
we had more
leave him
rain.
alone.
So yeah, Wendy said they should not leave you alone at home. Are you setting booby traps? I actually turned the clock back. Okay, so you know what? Same with us, Dave. We turned them back at 7. Historically, there used to be a native ebony tree sandwich on Kaho'olawe. Really? So they probably got rid of them all when they started blowing the island up. When they blew the island up,
They should plant.
I'm
another-
very scared. Snow melted. You're very scared. I just see your eyeball emoji. You know what? You better set some booby traps like Macaulay Culkin did
Marbles.
for catch those 2 robbers.
Yeah.
Arbor Day is being moved to Saturday. Oh, has it, Jane? Arbor Day. Okay, we don't have Arbor Day here.
Oh.
No, we don't have Arbor Day, but here we change our clocks back. This is the day we change our clocks back an hour. We call fall back, spring ahead. So people get an extra hour of sleep. Me, it doesn't matter. I'm retired. What's that?
Arbor Day.
What is Arbor Day? Is that for arborists?
What does that mean? Yeah. so
Dave's got some emojis in there. I see one with a
it's
halo.
Arbor Day.
Jane, what is Arbor Day? I know there's Aloha Days. I know there was Aloha Day parades. We were in Oahu. I used to watch the Aloha Day parades. They were awesome. And that was before I was shooting YouTube videos. I wish I was shooting YouTube. YouTube wasn't even around last time I saw one because I'm an angel. You are an angel, Dave. Yes, and a gymnastics angel to boot. That's why you got to love Dave. So good to see you in there. So we got native ebony trees still common on other islands except Niihau. Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff on Niihau, is there? I think a lot of stuff. There's not really a lot.
Been to Niihau?
Hey, Baccarophene alfredii and Camarops. There is Bacteria chick. Baccarophoenix. That's a weird palm tree, but I think quite hardy too. Niihau, I don't think there's a lot of vegetation there, is there, Jane? I think there's actually a lot of cattle there and stuff. Is it true? Yes, a gymnast angel. Yes, you are a gymnastics angel. Yes, you are. I like the emojis. You're obviously on an iPhone. I'm live streaming on an iPhone too. I don't have an iPhone. This is Wendy's iPhone. So my youngest son came over today with Georgia. It was really nice to see Trevor and Georgia. I haven't seen them for a while. Niihau is the farthest island away. It's that little island right there on my arm. And I'm on a computer. Oh, you're on a computer. Well, how do you get those emojis on here exclusively? Interesting. How do you get those emojis on there? I don't think I can.
Sure.
Can I put? Oh, yes, I could.
You have a
When I was live streaming, that's right. There's emojis at the bottom.
We have
That's
a-
right. I keep thinking they're only on the phone.
Do you live stream on your PC?
I do. No, I live stream on my laptop.
Okay.
Hey, Dave, you should do a live stream sometime. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have to have a certain amount of? I don't know how live streams work. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you have to get to a certain point and then they allow them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have a little button on the bottom that gives me. Yeah, right. That's what I thought. Okay, you got the emoji button. You gotta love emojis. Don't you love YouTube?
That's where he gets his eyeballs.
That's where you got your eyeball emojis. Those are great. You got great eyeball emojis there. So do you? You get tomorrow off then, right, Dave? Isn't he the only special visitors? They wouldn't let me go. Well, I tell you what.
Oh,
Yeah, it was 20 to 40 inches of rain annually, so not a lot of rain. We get about 30 to 30, 35, 36 inches. My cousin has been to Niihau. Okay.
You have to apply
Yeah, you need 1,000 subs. Oh, is that the way it works? Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're getting there. You're only 651 away. You're getting there. You will get there.
I was there.
Yeah. Yes, I'm off. Oh, you're off tomorrow. Good for you. Awesome. So when my cousin lived on the island of Oahu, and my cousin also lived on the island of the big island of Hawaii. He lived on the big island for 5 years, and he lived on Oahu on the North Shore for 5 years. I'm Monday to. Oh, you're Monday to Friday. You got a good job. That's what my job was too. So anyway, when my cousin lived on Oahu or Hawaii, the big island, he went to every Hawaiian island. He had a boat. So he went to every Hawaiian island. He used to take people out deep sea fishing for marlin, whatever else, tuna, whatever they wanted to catch. Joe had I had a quick math. You mean bath. So
Where is your cousin now?
so my cousin lives in New Mexico. So my cousin, Donnie, went over to the island of Niihau. Unlike other islands, Niihau is entirely privately owned and has no state federal management presence. Wow, I really don't know if anyone's subbed to me at all. None of them. I give you attention. When I see your videos, I give you attention and I give you a thumbs up. Do you watch Dave's videos? You should
Yeah,
watch.
sometimes I do.
Yes,
Yeah.
you got to give Dave a thumbs up.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I
my
gotta give him one of those.
my cousin Donnie got dropped off on
I
Niihau.
like his.
Yes, we do, and I answer every comment too.
I like Dave's when he's doing those. I forget what they call them.
Gymnastics?
Pole vault,
But yeah, Wendy
the
likes when you're
horse.
doing. Oh, the horse. Yeah,
He
Wendy
does
likes
the-
seeing gymnastic stuff. So
Yeah,
she
he's
likes
like
watching you do the
amazing.
gymnastic stuff. She said
Yeah,
you're
he's like-
amazing. There you go. You
Yeah.
got some flowers from Wendy right there. She's over there. You can't see
Oh,
her,
yeah,
but
he's
she got you got
he's
flowers
like
from Wendy.
Amazing. I love that stuff.
Wendy loves that
That's
stuff.
hard to do.
So anyway, I was going to say I don't want to change the subject. My cousin got dropped off on the shore of Niihau, got his photo taking on the shore of Niihau, and then jumped back in the boat, and then they buggered off. So my cousin has been on Niihau. You're making me smile. That's good. I see eyeball emojis, and I don't know if I've seen eyeball and heart eyes. I don't know if I've seen eyeball emojis. Is it right?
Oh, yeah, I've got 'em
Oh, she's got them. Wendy's got eyeball emojis too.
on an iPhone.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe
So, so it's privately owned. Is it owned by the Robertson family? Jane, is that who owns Niihau? Or was the Robertson family that owned most of Lanai?
Or they have a ball.
Hawaii is important stopover for many migrating birds, frigates. Yeah, there's a lot of birds.
Baldwin family?
Was it? No, the Baldwin family. I think the
Maui.
Baldwins owned a lot of
Sugar.
parts of Maui, yeah, sugar plantation, right? I think that's what it was. So Niihau is only for Hawaiians,
Good.
and you have to have an invite there. And to go to Kaho'olawe, yes, the Robinson are Niihau owners. That's what I thought, and they've owned it since the 1800s, right? A long time.
Wow.
So. Do any of the Robinsons actually live there? Glad you like my. Yes, she likes your gymnastics. Wendy likes your
Oh,
gymnastics.
yeah, definitely.
Gymnastic videos are good, and gymnastics are good because that's a healthy activity.
Fitness.
And fitness is good. We like fitness. I like fitness. You know, I changed my routine to morning workout.
Trampoline.
Trampoline's cool. I do. I can't do somersaults like Dave. I'd get dizzy. I can't do cartwools or somersaults. I'd just toss
There's
my
guys like
cookies.
him in high school. I was always amazed. They could do all that. I was like, oh,
I'd get sick if I did those somersaults, Dave. So, so we enjoy watching you do the somersaults and the cartwheels because you do them well. Me, I'd end up breaking my neck. So I don't want to be doing those at 57 years old. I just want to sit on this couch. Here we go, sitting on the couch, doing a live stream, talking to my good friends out there. I tried to go to Niihau, but the cops chased me off all the way to. Really?
who was that?
Is there cops on Niihau?
Jane?
No. Some other, somebody in another island. So, hey, Jane, what is on Niihau? You know, you live in Hawaii. We know where you live. We know the area very well because that's where we go to Leonard's Bakery and we go to Rainbow Diner. I also like the gymnastics that is friendly. Used to track and field, I found it too unfriendly. Oh, track and field.
Pole vaulting? Did you do
Pole vaulting's cool.
That was, or
They
discus
have boats. Oh,
throwing?
they have boats. Bahar
I
Terrain
used to
check.
do all
Cool.
that in high school.
They have boats over there. Okay, cool. So Jane, is there stores on Niihau? If you're still in there, Jane, what is on Niihau? I think Pritchardia remota. Oh, so Pritchardia remota grows, that palm, Hawaiian fan palm grows on Niihau. I like the name remota. If we end up moving to Costa Rica, if it all pans out and it works out in our, if we don't, we don't. If we do, we do. But if we do go to Costa Rica, I will definitely grow Pritchardia palms too. The Hawaiian fan palm, the lulau. Is it lulau? Lulau. I haven't been. You haven't been to Niihau. So, Jane, tell me something. You're a smart gal. And is there stores? Do you think there's stores on Niihau or not? I heard it's like Hawaii back in the like early 1900s. Niihau has Pracharia remota, and they have coconut palms. Oh, my family is back. Okay, Dave, you're not alone.
Oh,
Dave's not alone. There you go. The family is home. Hope you've been a good boy while they're out. Well, tell them to say hi. It's proud Lao Lu. Oh, Lao Lu. Okay. Lao Lu Palm. God, I gotta love Jane. I want to meet this Jane sometime. Jane, I want to meet you sometime. And if we ever make it to Oahu again, which we could, it's possible,
yeah.
we will go out for lunch. You were a goody goody, goody goody two shoes. Adam Ant song. White with dreamy eyes, Dave.
You're goody.
So we will go out to it's Lo Lu. Lo Lu.
Lolu.
She's correcting me. Thanks, Jane.
Lolu.
Lolu palm. That's a Hawaiian palm. That's the fan
Okay.
palm. And
Oh.
and they're actually extensively used on Maui. I even see them planted
Oh,
as street
lovely.
trees when you're driving through Lahaina. You can see them along the middle of the road. Costa Rica has many earthquakes and palms. It is a tropical ex-manual speaking California volcano. Yeah, there's lots of volcanoes
They have
there.
the Lolu palm in Costa Rica too. I've seen it.
They have it in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not native.
Oh, okay.
They're not native to there.
Okay.
So yeah, but there's pretty rare to get hurricanes in Costa Rica. Lolu is pronounced Lolu. Lolu. Loulu. Lolu.
Loluo.
Lolu.
Loluo?
Lolu. No, Lolu palm. Jane will correct me when I'm wrong.
Lolu.
Jane, are you a school teacher? I think Jane must be a
Yeah,
school.
but she said that.
Jane is very smart and she's young. I think Jane is like 23 years old. I think she's just,
No.
no, I think, Jane, you're pretty young, aren't you? Like, I mean, my daughter is older than you. I'm thinking you're in your early 20s. I think she's pretty young. Barbados, Baharitera. Barbados beat Baharitera. Cool. Barbados, another tropical place. So, Jane, yeah, you're a very smart girl. And I'm not a school teacher. Jane, you should be a school
What did
teacher.
she do?
May I? You don't have to tell me what you do.
Oh.
I mean, you can make up what you do. Yeah, I'm curious. What do you do? Like you seem very highly intelligent to me. I'm 22 using my mom's account. Well, that's cool. So
What does she do for
Jane's
it?
a young gal.
Yeah, but what does she do as her job?
I don't know. Maybe Jane. I think is a gardener. I was a gardener for the Parks Department for many years, and then before that, I worked at a big nursery for a decade, and did landscaping there, and I did trucking, and but I was the nurseryman, and then before that, I was a mushroom farmer on the mainland. I grew mushrooms. I was a professional mushroom farmer. I was the head grower for 15 years and 3 months at a big mushroom farm, and that was a dirty, hard job.
Yeah.
I've always had. Well, Parks job was the best job I've ever had.
Yeah.
I can't deny it. I love plants so much, and I'm in gardener and into hiking and a hiker.
good.
I can tell that you're very you're into
is
nature.
she in,
She's 20.
is
She's
she
only
in,
22.
Does she do landscaping though? Is
Do you do
that-
landscaping, Jane? I'm guessing you probably do a bit of. She's got a garden, I'm sure. She's got a garden. So Jane, you're young. My youngest son is 21, Jane, and he was here today. And actually, I did a live stream today. So if you watch the last live stream, I want to grow that Taiwanese boba tree. What plant makes that again? Boba tea. I'm not too sure, but I mean, you can grow Camellia sinensis, which is they get tea leaves from. I mean, you can make tea out of a lot of different things. So Jane, yeah, I know you're into gardening, and that's cool. So my youngest son was here today. He's 21, so he's only like a year younger than you, and he's here with his girlfriend. So I did a live stream when they were here, so you can watch. It wasn't the last live stream I did that went dead when you were on here. It's the one before that. I did it this afternoon, and then you can meet my son Trevor. My son Trevor does actually have a YouTube channel called Blue Naughty. BLUN. A separate word is NOTTI. I know a lot of native plants, and I don't do landscape, but I love planting native plants. Oh, you're awesome, Jane. Well, it would be fun to meet you one day. Wendy and I would love to meet you one day. So if we're in Hawaii on the island of Oahu, I think we'll go there one time. I think it's going to happen, and we will meet up with you, Jane. I mean, even if we go to Oahu for like a week, we could stay in Waikiki. We like the old hotels. Oh, white with dreamy eyes. How you doing? we will stay. I like the older hotels. We can't afford to stay in the Ohana
Oh, that's
Waikiki.
all getting so
No,
renovated.
the Ohana Waikiki West I hear now is high-end
So
Hilton. It's a
expensive.
Hilton hotel.
Yeah.
Remember they were doing it after that was the last day we had there, and then they changed it into the Hilton, and they ripped down the Miramar. The Miramar Hotel is gone, and the Ohana Waikiki West is now the Hilton Hawaiian on Kuhio. So
Does Jane go down into that, like, to see what's?
yeah, Jane, do you ever go down into Waikiki much? Do you ever go down? Do you ever walk down the Alawai Canal?
Yeah. Is it pretty busy with tourists still? Or
Yeah, so I know
is
that the
kind of
marketplace is gone. When we were there, they'd ripped it down, and it was under construction the last time we were there. So, do you ever walk through the new marketplace? Because I heard it's pretty high end. It's pretty expensive in there. It's pretty fancy smancy. And I know,
busy there now?
yeah. So, how's Waikiki? Has it been pretty busy during all this? What's going on in the world with? I'm going to call it the world flu. With the world flu, has it been really busy, or do you think the tourism is down?
Dying down.
Yeah, I wonder if tourism is down on the Hawaiian Islands. I'm very curious. Tourism was pretty busy here last year.
Like, we canceled 2 years of Maui.
We actually canceled 2 years of Maui because of it, you know. But oh, Tiki Traveler, it is very fancy. Yeah, it is fancy. The new marketplace. I've seen videos of it, and you know what? It's just a little too fancy smancy for me. The other marketplace was getting a kind of run down.
Yeah.
It was kind of just a lot of junk in there.
Yeah.
It really was just a lot of junk. You know, I remember the very first time I ever went to Hawaii in the mid 1980s, suffering from severe drought. Where's that? I can't even pronounce that name. You know, I was going to say, you know, it was just a lot of the same stuff in the international marketplace. Little vendor after
Well,
vendor
that's
selling the
produced in
same.
China,
No, I know, but
wasn't
it's the same stuff.
Hawaiian.
It's just a lot of stuff. It's not Hawaiian stuff. Like when you're in Hawaii, you want to buy something from a Hawaiian. So Wendy actually did buy a tiki carved from a Hawaiian, and he was selling them out on the corner of Kuhio, and I forget the crossroad. And it was right by Perry Smorgy. It's where Perry Smorgy used to be. Come up here to Prince George and visit me. That is a long drive. I don't do very well in the cold though. They preserved the banyan tree. A lot of oh cool. Kula was suffering from drought and maybe Kula,
Oh, really?
but maybe it rained. I'm glad they did the banyan tree Tiki Traveler because that was a beautiful tree. I got videos of that under construction on my YouTube channel on Banana JSSI or Jungle Joe C. I have videos of it under construction. I think Jungle Joe C. It's pronounced Sub-Ern, Alaska. Okay, interesting. A lot of interesting people in here today. So I'm glad they preserved the banyan tree Tiki Traveler. That's important. Banyan tree is fully intact. Cool.
Good.
I enjoyed walking through there and looking at the banyan tree, the little pond where the fish were growing. Salt Spring is a cool island. Janky Joey's. Salt Spring is a pretty cool island, and which makes it even cooler. We're up here in the North Pacific, so we're an island in the North Pacific, and Salt Spring Island lies on a crystal bed. So there's a lot of crystal underneath Salt Spring Island, which makes it a very magical kind of good energy. There's good energy on Salt Spring Island. And when the time comes for us to move, if we move, maybe we won't move. Maybe we'll be here forever. We don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, stay tuned and follow us through our journey because each day seems to change. One day from the next seems to be different. You know, one day we're still going through the Costa Rica thing. We were at the lawyer yesterday. He was stamping some of our stuff. He had to notarize some of our stuff for Costa Rica. It's immigration, the paperwork.
We're keeping all the options open.
We got a lot of options, okay? I'm retired. It doesn't matter what we
We're
do.
thinking outside.
Where
the
are you
box.
going to move? Well, we got Coast Janky Joey's. I like your name, Janky Joey's. That's cool. Where are you from, Janky Joey's?
Janky.
Give us the dirt. Where's Janky Joey's from? Jane, I recently planted Ipomoea India and climbed to the top of the fence. And it climbed, oh, it's a vine. Cool. I send more islanders to subscribe to you and keep Bigfoot busy with. Cool.
Nice.
The chick from Batteria. They moved the kiosk a few blocks away to Duke's Lane. You can still. Okay. No, I know
yeah,
Duke's
I
Lane.
saw
It's
that.
we saw that. I know Duke's Lane. And Duke's Lane has actually been there for a while. It has actually been there a long time. Duke's Lane was actually there through the marketplace too, because you're on Vancouver Island. And what part of Vancouver Island are you on again?
Janky Joe.
Yeah, I know you've been in here before. I just forget.
He's on Vancouver.
He's on the Big Island. We call it the Big Island.
Where is he?
My daughter lives in Duncan. My youngest son lives in Victoria, and my oldest son lives in Nanaimo. So, and my ex-wife lives in Chevana. So I got family scattered all over Vancouver Island, from South Island, well, Nanaimo South Island too. You're, oh, I was in Tofino. Oh, you're one of the guys we filmed swimming. You're the boys we filmed swimming in Tofino. The city is where I live is cold, but both is morning glory. Okay, I know where it is. The city where I live is cold, but friendly. Yes. Oh, you're in Cobble Hill. Janky Joyce lives in Cobble Hill.
Oh, that's
They were the two guys we filmed. That's right.
way.
You were the two guys we filmed. Okay, we know who you are. Okay, it is
You're looking for
pronounced
property.
Baharatara. Baharatara. Yes, Janky Joey's Cobble Hill. It's funny, Wendy's looking at property in Cobble Hill too. So our plan is to eventually sell this place, okay? And the growing white moonflower. Okay, Costa Rica, the growing white moonflower in Costa Rica. Well, we have morning glory here, Jane, but it is a noxious weed. Tiki Trout, will you visit Costa Rica before you move there? Just a certain, it's
We may.
we may. We may. Wendy's been all over Costa Rica.
Really.
And I'm easy. If it's tropical, I can handle it. Cobble Hill seems cool. Cobble Hill's a nice place. It is actually a very beautiful place. And even the outskirts of Duncan, I don't particularly like the city of Duncan, but we go there. I like the A&W there. It's awesome. It's our favorite A&W. My mom and dad lived in Duncan. But out in the country in Duncan, it's very nice. The city of Duncan kind of sketch. The morning glory I have has blue flowers. I know the one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It won't grow here. It'd be an annual here.
I've tried it.
Yeah. But the one we grow here is a noxious
You
weed.
don't want it.
Oh, there's Palm Nation. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. So Palm Nation's in there. Cool. So you can keep our chick in there. May as well. They're not hurting anything, Palm Nation. Just keep them in there. Keep her in there. She's fine. Him, her. Duncan can be a bit sketchy. Yeah, Duncan can be a bit sketchy. You know where I really like Janky Joey's? I like Cowichan Bay. We really love Cow Bay. Cow Bay is awesome. And we haven't been there for a while, though.
No.
We haven't been to Cow Bay for a while. And Cow Bay is right across from Salt Spring.
Genoa Bay.
Yeah, Genoa Bay. We love Genoa Bay. Cherry Point, Genoa Bay, all those places are nice, but we like to go to the Rock Cod Cafe there. Bananarama still going good. Yeah, Bananarama, same here too. No frost at this end of the island. But I know, like I say, when we got to 3 degrees that one morning, oh, there was frost somewhere. Oh, yes, good crabbing. Oh, is that right, eh? Cool. So, Janky Joys, have you been to Salt Spring Island? Have you been over here to our rock? Lots of good crabbing here too. We go right across the street to the beach and we throw her in. And Janky Joey's, how far are you from the beach? How far are you from the ocean? I'm curious. Oh, in Cow Bay. Yeah. Do you have you ever gone to the little candy store in Cow Bay, the Udder Guys? It's called the Udder Guys Ice Cream, and
ice cream.
we got to go there sometime. We got to head over to Cow Bay.
Everything was closed.
Well, next time I've been. Yes, Dave White with Dreamy Eyes has been to Salt Spring Island, and Dave, for you guys that don't know, Dave has stayed here at our humble abode.
B&B.
And yes, you have. Oh, so you've been to Janky Joey's has been to Salt Spring Island. Cool. Janky Joey's. Hey,
Dreamy Eyes needs to get to Cow Bay.
yeah, Dreamy Eyes, Dave, you need to get to Cow Bay.
Even if he stayed here, but he could do
Coach
day
reefs
trip.
like deep loamy soil, but not lava rock. Okay, so they grow in good soil, and they're pretty drought tolerant too, right? Kind of like the eucalyptus trees here are beautiful. I was on Salt Spring. God, that was 2018, August 2018. So 3 years ago you were here. Isn't that insane in the membrane?
Wow.
Oh yeah, the ice is home. Yeah, it's yeah. The Udder Guys makes it. Oh, so I'd like Cow Bay. Oh yeah, Dave, you would love Cow Bay. It's not very far from Salt Spring. You get off at
Sleepy little ocean.
it's very it's like all the stores are right along the ocean.
on one side.
It's only on one side of the street, and there's nothing really on the other side of the street. It's really cool place. It's like you're in the middle of nowhere, but there's this little strip of stores and restaurants and cafes, coffee shops. There's a pub. It's really neat. Cow Bay. Well, Google it. And you're looking at Salt Spring Island.
Easy trip from here just for the day.
Yeah.
To go.
You like Galliano? Oh yeah, Galliano's nice too. Galliano Island, there's not as much on Galliano as Salt Spring, I can tell you that. There's the Hummingbird Pub, and there's a couple little cafes. Can Koa handle 9B? I was there in 90. Oh, you're there in 91. Well, that was a long time ago. Koa could grow in. Hey, Jane, Koa can handle Zone 9B, I'm sure. I have to go. Okay, see you, Janky Joey's. Thanks for joining in on Wendy's channel. This is not my channel. This is Wendy's channel. Golf Island Rock. Check out some of her videos. Can you explain too Bigfoot to stop commenting on my channel. I have him IP blocked. Okay, stop commenting on Palm Nation's channel. Koa trees drought tolerance varies by population. Oh, it does. Okay.
Tell Bigfoot to quit commenting.
Bye. See you, Janky Joey's. Thanks for popping in there and pop in anytime. And also check out my channel, Banana JSSI. Check out Palm Nation. Check out White with Dreamy Eyes. There's a lot of channels to check out. And I also have Jungle Joe C. Koa grows in 9B in coastal California. Ah, 9B. Well, you know, Oregon coast is 9B. Brookings, Oregon is 9B. I'll stop for you. Okay. That is a good. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Palm Nations appreciates it. I appreciate it. Everybody appreciates it. That's awesome. And anyway, anybody can come in here and comment. That's what a live stream is. Everybody just getting together and having fun. Yes, me too. Okay. So Palm Nation just says it like it is. Zach. And anyway, the bananas are still growing in the volunteer state. Bananas are still green and happy in the southwestern corner of TN. Frost tolerance for Koa varies by population. Right. Really doesn't. Dude really doesn't think I know it. I live 6 months from Bigfoot, 6 miles from me. And oh, really? Wow, cool. Well, you say hi to him for us. Hey, Joe. Bob, dude, evening. Glad to see you're able to. Yeah, thanks, Bob. Well, the thing is, Wendy was on her iPad. And when Wendy goes on her iPad or her computer, it messes up our crappy internet. Our internet it sucks here. I'm sorry. Tell us, our internet provider, you suck, because the internet does suck here. We pay for internet. You should be getting something good for what you pay for the money we pay, and it's crappy. It's the last year and a half. It's been getting worse, and we need we have high speed. We need fiber optics. We don't have fiber optics here. Like I said, we're over in Port Renfrew. I am snowed zone 4E. I saw it. Did it really? It snowed in East Tennessee. That's got to be high elevation. Well, it's got to be up in the Smoky Mountains or something. Joe, how long does it take to learn palm names in Latin? Well, I've been growing palm trees so long, and I don't know all the palm names. There's over 2,800 different types of palms. But it's funny, I can't remember I'm trying to think what I did yesterday, but I can remember Latin of palm, a lot of palm names. And mature Koa from high elevation, 6,000 to 7,000 feet, tolerates but colder climbs zone 9B. See, Jane is a fountain of information. Jane, you're a fountain of information. You know what? I got bullied when I was at track and field, but not at gymnastics. You really? They bullied you? Bullies suck. I hate bullies, man. I don't like bullies. I never worried about that in school. Nobody tried bullying me. So anyway, yeah, at the highest point in the state, definitely. Yeah, no, it's snow there. Jane is smart. Yeah, she's a very smart girl. Yeah, I think it's snow up in the snowy mountains. And I said it may tolerate colder than 9B. May, so maybe 9A. No, not really bullied. So people didn't like what you were doing. Maybe they were jealous, Dave. That's what it was. Did you get bullied in school, Wendy?
There was some bullies.
I just felt nobody really cared.
Yeah, there was some bullies.
No, we had bullies. We had a couple of bullies.
Well, I wasn't a bully, that's for sure.
No. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, there was bullies.
Yeah, no. Nowadays in school, I don't think they're really into that. I don't think you can really get away with it as much. Can you? I don't think you can.
What do you think's happening?
It snowed in North Dakota back in September, and that's where Wendy used to live, in North Dakota. Wendy was a North Dakotian. She used to go to school in North Dakota, and she says the snow drifts were super high. It would chance at large Koa tree in 8B. 8B. I don't know. So Vancouver, a lot of Vancouver is 8B, 9A. I got severely bullied in school. Did you really? That's sad. Koa maybe is cold hearted melanoxylon. Wow, interesting. Dave, white with dreamy eyes. And you're such a nice guy. I can't stand bullies. They make me mad. You know, I just don't have any patience for them. You know what? They have low self-esteem. That's what it is, Dave. They have low self-esteem, and they're jealous of you. That's what it is. So I don't know. Like Jane, I think a high elevation Koa might have half a chance here. Are you going to bed?
I'm going up the stairs.
No, you got to come down here and keep me. I'm by myself now. Koa and melanoxylon are closer. Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah, I did have some, but many bullies. Man, bullies suck. I can tell you a story about a bully, man. My friend beat the crap out of him. Why does North Dakotian sound exotic? North Dakotian. Wendy is a North Dakotian. Wendy's dad taught at a college or University of North Dakota. But I have the last laugh on my bullies. I heard. Good. There you go. So that's called karma, buddy. Karma. So Wendy's dad taught at a university in North Dakota. What town in North Dakota did you live in? Grand Forks. So Wendy lived in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Jindabad, Pakistan. That'd be, I wonder what the zone is there. So just pretend I'm hanging out with you. Yes, you're hanging out with me. Both Koa and Melanoxylon has feathery pennant. I looked at the Melanoxylon acacia today, Jane, and anyway, I'll upload a video of it tomorrow. It looks great. There, you're not alone. No, cool. I don't like being alone. I got all you guys here with me tonight. You know, it's amazing. These iPhones get really hot. Like, I'm holding this iPhone in my right hand, and why do these things heat up like this? Do you remember they were having problems with those certain phones that were catching fire? The batteries were catching fire. Which one was that? Zach would probably know. And people were bringing them on airplanes, and then they said you weren't allowed to bring those on airplanes anymore. Actually, some of my bullies started liking me as time. Oh, that's good. So they said they were sorry, I hope. Darn bullies. Have you seen Melanoxylon seed? No. I've never ever seen. I should look underneath it. I mean, it flowers, but I didn't look underneath it for seeds. But you know what? Seedlings. But you know what did seed here is the bottle brush. Bottle brush has seeded at Grace Point. There's some big bottle brush growing there. And the other landscaper, the palm butcher, cut some of them down. You know what else? You know what she cut down? Yeah, they learned to be like good. My phone rarely. This one overheats, Zach. I don't know why. It's like an iPhone. This is like an iPhone 5 or 6. IDK, what it was. Was it an IDK? IDK, what it was. Was it that one? No, it was a Samsung. I thought it was the Samsung that where the battery was heating up. Palm Nation should experiment with Majesty Palms and Pops. Well, I mean, he could if it's a mild winter. I mean, Majesty Palms are useless here. Okay, Ravinia rivularis is absolutely useless here. I think some of them liked how I didn't really. That's the thing. If you don't react to them and you ignore them, they'll go away. But if you do react to them, yeah, only my iPhone when it's 100. Yeah, then it would overheat for sure. Well, in our house right now, it's probably 25 degrees Celsius, but it feels like this phone is hot. Like it shouldn't be this hot. It's kind of weird. Like the battery heats up. Isn't that strange? That's kind of scary. Like, I mean, if you had this thing on, you had it sitting on your bed or something, is it possible this thing could catch fire? Majesty Palms are not hardy here. They're very useless. Now, Hal at Hal's Saloon has a beautiful Majesty Palm sitting out on his sun deck as we speak. And he's got impatience around it, and it looks absolutely beautiful. But I said, Hal, you better bring that in the winter. Don't even try overwintering that thing outside because there's not a hope in you know what that it's going to survive. My iPhone randomly powers off, and I have to reset it, delete all. Really? Yeah, no, this thing is Wendy's little crappy. I mean, it works for these live streams, but it's only like, I think it's a 5 or a 6. It's pretty small. It's just a tiny little iPhone. It's pretty narrow. My son's got the latest. My son came today, Trevor, and he's in a live stream. You can see him. I did a live stream when he was here today. And the phone he has, Koa can thrive in San Francisco, Fremont, seedling, even in Hawaii, must be protected from frost. That's interesting, Jane. So even the little ones don't like frost. Magic bombs are meter poor. They sell them at every Home Depot and Walmart, and they're very cheap to buy, but a lot of people can't grow them very good. They're actually very tricky to grow as a house plant, only because they don't like the dry indoor air, and they tend to get spider mites. Yes, I think some of my bullies were. Oh yeah, they were. They were jealous that you know how to do gymnastics, and they couldn't. Right? So I'm glad karma has got them because karma has no time limit, you see? And that's how karma works. Anyway, Majesty Palms, I've grown a lot of them over the years, and I'm absolutely useless at growing Majesty Palms. And I will admit, I'm also useless at growing Cocos nucifera. Coconut palms are a useless plant as a house plant here. Yep, it's called karma, baby. That's what it is, Dave. So coconut palms are difficult to grow outside of the tropics. You know that. The minute I brought the way I see it, Majesty is cheap, so you can lose. Yeah, but yeah, and that's the thing. But they don't like cold. Like, so I tried overwintering one in the tiki hut. Anyway, they failed. When Koa gets too tall enough to escape the frost, it might even be very cold hardy. Yeah, I wonder how much cold it could take, Jane. Do you think maybe -6 degrees Celsius? So do you think maybe 20 degrees Fahrenheit? I wonder if they could actually handle that much cold. Could they handle 20 degrees Fahrenheit? So the Melanoxylon acacia growing at Grace Point along the boardwalk's been there a long time. I'm going to say maybe 20 years. And it was chopped down one time and then it came back. And it looks really nice. So it does flower, but I should actually, if I'm in town tomorrow, I should take Wendy's iPad. BRB, it's Quiyam time. BRB, it's Quiyam time. I don't know what that is, but you guys got to change your clocks back. Remember to do that, except Jane. No one has tested a mature koa in. Yeah, so a mature koa, Jane. If you could get a mature koa, like what, 15-gallon size koa. So yeah, you could, I guess. I guess you could. It would be interesting. And no nursery here sells koa. Melanoxylon is more vigorous than koa. Yeah, it's a nice looking tree. I kind of like acacia melanoxylon. I think Zach should be trying acacia in Tennessee. You should try acacia parvissima. Try acacia delbata. It said 5-gallon koa grows very fast. Oh, they do. Well, the melanoxylon seems to grow pretty fast too. It's actually growing in pretty bad soil. It's quite rocky there. Very rocky. No Islam in here. No Islam in here. No, we don't want that stuff here. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Zach, how's the eucalyptus doing there? How's that eucalyptus gunny eye? I went to the market today. They actually had the Saturday market. There was a few vendors, and I noticed this one lady selling vegetables. She had big pots full of eucalyptus branches, and I looked at it because I'm pretty good with eucalyptus, knowing the species. And I says, that's Eucalyptus polyanthemus. I said, that's a pretty tender species. Don't let roots circle the koa trees. They will. Oh, I see. So they don't like to be root bound. Okay. So anyway, in one big pot for sale, she had, it's way too wet here for acacia. Okay. Okay. I'd like to lay down in the water in, yes, it's probably nice and warm there, or where Jane is on the island of Oahu, the gathering place. So anyway, eucalyptus doing good. Okay, cool. So anyway, they had these two pots of eucalyptus, Zach. One of them was really round leaves, kind of. I said, that's Eucalyptus polyanthemus. And she says, yes, it is. And I said, you grow that in your garden? She says, yes, we do. And then I looked at the other one. She says, we have some more over here. And I looked at the other pot on the other side of her tent she had set up, Eucalyptus cinerea. I says, yep, she had big trees of that in their garden on Salt Spring. It's way too wet for koa at the summit here. Oh, it is. So they don't want the wetness. So see, the problem here, Jane, our winters are very wet. And we had probably over an inch of rain today. It was pouring down with rain, bucketing. I cleaned out the gutters twice. They're filling up with eucalyptus and leaves that I didn't clean out this summer, my bad. And there's arbutus leaves in there too. Sorry, Bomb Nation, I won't talk about. Yeah, don't talk about Islam. We don't want to hear Islam in here. Talk about palms, talk about beaches, talk about Big Macs if you want to talk about Big Macs. Hey, whatever happened to Mac Attack? I never see him in here anymore. Mac Attack disappeared. It's funny how some people disappear. Mac Attack is gone. GD Gardens was in here earlier. And the Joey guy over in Cobble Hill. And you know, the interesting, that Joey guy, I shot a video of him and his brother over in Tofino. But Koa likes what is moist soil, but is not too wet. So they like drainage. Oh, I got to go down and check out the palms. Christianity, Buddhism, and Judaism is okay, but not Islam. I like Buddhism too. Nothing more than a Big Mac. Big Mac. Yeah, you know, I haven't eaten a Big Mac in probably 38 years. Mac Attack. I had Mac Attack. My video is a bit. Oh, you did? Okay. I haven't seen him in here for a long time. But I haven't had a Big Mac in, I'm going to say 38 years, maybe 39 years. I don't think I've had a Big Mac in that long. It's been a long time. When I used to be a mushroom farmer, and this is a long time ago, like I'm talking like a long, long, long time ago. This is back in the early 1980s. For our break, the boss would buy us Big Macs and he'd give us a Coke. Big Macs and a Coke. And that was it. He'd buy us a Big Mac and a Coke. And it's like, oh. And I used to love Big Macs back then, but I haven't had one for a long time. And now I don't know if I could ever eat a Big Mac. I do like A&W. When I'm off island, Wendy and I like to go to A&W and have an A&W burger. And that's the one I like. You know, I find the vegetables in them, like the lettuce and the tomatoes, are really fresh, crunchy. the lettuce is, and then the cheese and the onions are crunchy. They use a really good cheddar cheese, as where a Big Mac, I don't know, something seems kind of fake about it. Like, I don't know, is that actually real meat they use in there? They use how do they say in A&W, non-GMO foods to feed their beef. They feed grass-fed beef in their burgers. So hopefully they're telling the truth. I don't think they should lie. But their burgers just taste better to me. MacTac wondered if I was from Ottawa. Oh, cool. Relative. Oh, that interesting. Brennan should scream at people on. Actually, watch that on YouTube. Right on. It's amazing what people will watch on YouTube. You guys are watching me babble. I babbled for the first 10 minutes by myself here before you even got in. And Wendy says, yeah, you like to talk to yourself. Coca-Cola reminds me of talking Port St. Well, you know what? Coca-Cola is good for cleaning out clogged drains. Did you know that? Wendy always has a bottle of Coca-Cola in our kitchen. So if you get a bit of a plugged drain, you pour the Coca-Cola down the drain. That's how harsh Coca-Cola is. Well, Coke. Do they call it Coca-Cola still? Or do they just call it Coke? Is it Coca-Cola? It used to be called Coca-Cola. They actually used to put, I think, cocaine in Coca-Cola in the early days. I got some really old bottles. I got a really old bottle collection, and I got some really old Coca-Cola bottles. The driest conditions Coa grows in are 30 inches. Okay, so we're about 30 to 35, 36 inches annually. Some years I have seen more, but generally, up to 3 feet of rain annually here. Where we were over in Port Renfrew, they get about 12 feet of rain a year. 12 feet up to 136 inches, so just under 12 feet of rain per year. That is a lot of rain. He could do some funny if he didn't do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could. You could do that. A lot of stuff, get lots of subscribers. That's the thing. And it's amazing what people watch. I mean, YouTube is free entertainment. I mean, that's why I watch YouTube. It's just like, what would we do without YouTube? What did we do before YouTube? It's crazy. Anyone? Yeah, no, I get along. I get along with everybody. I really do. I'm a people person, so I like to talk to people. Even when I'm in town, I talk to everybody. I like it when Brendan's are always much. Yeah, no, it's good. I think 200 inches are the wettest for the Coa. 200. I agree with your white with dreamy eyes. 200 inches. Holy cow. We get like 80 inches of rain this year. So you're like the Oregon Coast Palm Nation. Brookings, Oregon gets about 80 or 90 inches of rain annually. And you know what they grow in Brookings, Oregon? Huge Washingtonias, huge date palms. There's queen palms there. I've seen Cypress. I've seen Arcanto Phoenix, king palms. I've seen pictures of the king palms. I didn't see them actually myself, but somebody posted pictures. I've seen the queen palms. I've seen big Norfolk Island pines. I've seen tibuchina. I've seen citrus and agaves. Huge flippin' agaves in Brookings, Oregon. There's agaves everywhere in Brookings, Oregon. I got some great photos of these agaves in Brookings, Oregon, and they were in bloom, and the flower stalks were as tall as a telephone pole, and the agaves were as tall as me. These were the biggest agaves I've ever seen. There was two in front of this guy's place, and they were by these telephone poles. They were freaking huge. And that's on the Oregon coast, where they get 80 to 90 inches of rain annually. And it's like, you wouldn't think an agave would grow there, but it's because it's so mild, it never freezes. You can get away with growing agave. And they weren't the variegated ones. I did see variegated ones, but these ones I'm talking about were just pure green, kind of grayish green. Swampy, hot, humid, bald cypress swamps, and gators. Do you actually have gators where you are? Is there actually gators where you are in your area? That's crazy. I didn't think there was any gators there. I got a friend named Gator who lives here. He's from Louisiana. There's a guy here, a friend of mine. His name is Gator. His nickname is Gator, and he is from Louisiana. Him and his brother moved here from Louisiana, I think in 2013, maybe 2013, something like that, from Louisiana. And he's got quite this southern drawl, southern Louisiana accent. So he's from New Orleans, and he's used to hot and humid. But his name is Gator. We call him Gator. Louisiana's good. Mississippi River had loads of good surf breaks. Oh, really? That's cool. I got a good friend, and he moved here from Maryland to Olympia, Washington. His daughter lives in New Orleans. She lives in New Orleans, Louisiana. So I think Louisiana would be a cool place to go. I would like to see the French Quarter. I would like to go to Louisiana. There's a lot of history in Louisiana. Eat some of that Cajun food and the crawfish. Eat some of those crawfish down there and some Cajun spice or sauce. Wouldn't that be good? Oh, I'm getting hungry. Gators in Tennessee are also very protecting Tennessee and killing one is. Oh, is it really? I know there's gators in Arkansas too, in the Razorback State. Koa grows mild, humid to cool, moist, cool, dry. So we're cool, moist in the winter and warm, dry in the summer. Loads of Bigfoot sightings there. In Louisiana, I think they probably call them skunk ape down there. Swamp ape, skunk ape. What was I going to say? Now I forgot what I was going to say. I was getting hungry. I was talking about food. I was talking about crawfish. I don't know if you guys have ever eaten a crawfish, but I think in Louisiana, but my koa tree has tolerate temps high 80s and 90s. So it can take the heat. We know they can take the heat, Jane, but I'm just curious, how much cold can they take? Skunk ape is Florida. Yeah, that's what I thought. Down in the Everglades. Up here we call them Bigfoot or Sasquatch. And then in the abominable snowman area, they call them Yeti, right up in the mountains somewhere. Oh, Joe, I've been made a supervisor for this afternoon shift where, oh, wow. You're the supervisor. That's cool, man. Good for you. So you're in a warehouse, right? Don't you work in a warehouse? I thought you were in a warehouse somewhere driving a forklift, right? Crawdads as bait. But can you eat, are crawdads like crawfish? What is the difference? What's a crawfish? Isn't it kind of like a big shrimp or something? Use. Okay. I like Captain Banda's. What's that? What's Captain Banda's bowl? Sounds like it's a fish bowl, something to eat. So our here we call them, bad. So what is a crawfish and what is Bannon's bowl? No, I work for a wash plant driving for lift. Okay, cool. Cool. That's a good job. You're lucky you're inside. You're inside, right? Or are you outside? I can't see you working outside in the cold weather, right? So what is Bannon's bowl? It must be like a dish, like a food in a restaurant, in an eatery. And what is a crawdad? Is a crawdad like a crawfish? Crawdads and crawfish are the same thing. They're basically freshwater. Oh, lobsters. Oh, so they're pretty small then, right? They're not that big. Are they like we have prawns here sometimes outside too? Okay, so you just got to dress for it. Like me, I work outside year round. So, like I say, my retirement, it's a good time for me to retire because I feel the aches and pains now. And even though I'm in pretty good shape, I exercise all the time. The cold weather, the dampness in the winter here gets to me. You dress, and I did too, but I wear a Stanfield, and in the wintertime with the rain and the dampness, is like, I feel the aches in my joints. So, you know what? I'm so glad I'm done. They're small and taste like mud? Really? Is that right, eh? So they don't taste anything like lobster. Interesting. Okay, so here we have prawns and we have shrimp. And there's commercial prawning off the west side of our island. There are prawns on our side of the island too. Captain Banna's bowl is a national dish and crab, shrimp, and lobster, coconut batter. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds very good. I didn't even plan to become a supervisor. Oh, that's cool. Supervisor is good because when you're a supervisor, you get a pay increase. Good for you. That is awesome. And I think you work for a big company, don't you? Are you union or not? I'm not sure if you're union or not. I was in the union for 19 years, and it was good, And there's a lot of things I miss about the job. Samsung, yeah, Samsung. James Clayton, yeah, Samsung. That's the one that overheats and catch on fire, right? Is that the phone? That's the phone that was banned from airplanes, right? No Samsungs allowed on the airplane. No union, medium-sized company. Okay, well, it sounds like a good place to work, and you've worked there a long time, obviously. So good for you, Dave. And it sounds like you like your job. Too bad Captain Banana's bowl doesn't exist. I know, where would you get it? I would like to eat it. If it does exist, I want to eat Captain Banda's bowl. Banda's bowl. It sounds good. It sounds pretty yummy to me, if that exists. Man, I cannot believe how hot this phone is. Like, my hand is burning. What is going on here, man? What the heck is going on? And where am I? Oh, God. Oh, there we go. I flipped it around there. 2 years. Okay, 2 years. Awesome. It's good time. That's a long time already. My last job, I was at 19 years, and my last one I was at just about 10 years. Global warming could March of anger. I do have yeah, but probably not my lifetime. I'm 57. I'll be gone before you know it. So maybe in another 100 years from now, it might be up there near the water. I don't know. It's interesting. And it would be interesting to see what the climate's like in another 100 years. Get an imaginary island, an imaginary world served by her. Zach, we love the drama in here. That's what makes YouTube entertaining, right? It's late night YouTube here from the Gulf Islands. And it must be really late there. Oh, by the way, you guys change back your clocks. I don't know if you guys do that, Zach, in Tennessee. Do you guys change back your clocks? Palmy Pal. It is, we change back our clocks at 7 this evening. So you fall back. Hello, Palmy Pal. Hey, hey. So it's the night where you change back your clocks, right? 1 hour. So fall back 1 hour. All right? Otherwise, you're going to get up in the morning, you have the wrong time. You can make a Captain Bandas bowl, just fry some shrimp, crab. Okay, so you make your own Bandas bowl. Okay. I would like that. Yeah, I like drama too. I like a little drama. It's fun. It makes it more interesting. It's kind of like watching The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. You always got to have one or two people in there that make it more fun to watch. Yes, you do. Okay, so you change it. Yeah, so you change your clocks too. It's so silly. Changing these clocks is a waste of time. So we got clocks all over our house. Oh, shoot, the clock changed in half an hour, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to change. Well, I already changed them back. Palmy Pal, they're already changed back here. You know, I change them back long before I go to bed. That way I can wake up in the morning and they're already done because I don't feel like changing all the clocks back. If I go to bed at 10 o'clock, I don't feel like going around to 10 clocks in our house and change them. Anyway, watch the video Wendy shot here. I love you like the hour. Oh, you're going to get an hour to sleep, an extra hour there, Dave. Monday at work. So Wendy shot a video of me changing the clocks on this one, and it's kind of silly. It's a silly video. So watch it. I just said some silly things. That's all. Because sometimes I like to be silly. And anyway, Wendy had the camera running, and she did not edit the video. So I said some things, but it didn't get her channel demonetized. That's for sure, because I didn't say super bad things. I just said silly things. You have no idea how bad I want to have Bigfoot on in here. I don't even. It is. It's great entertainment. I love the entertainment. I've never actually seen what it does on iPhones, the clock change. Oh, well, it changes by itself on the internet, right? Like, I mean, it's going to change by itself on the iPhone. It just automatically does it. So I'm assuming at midnight, it's going to automatically change an hour behind because we're on Pacific time, and Zach is on Central time. And hey, Dave, Tennessee is beautiful though. When I almost died. Pigeon Forge. Where is Pigeon Forge? I've talked, like, you know, being a radio talker, transmitting on my radio, I've talked all over Tennessee, and it is pretty cool. I've got a lot of postcards from Tennessee. Yes. So, Dave, how many time zones are in BC? I asked this question the other day. It's 1:25 a.m. there. Wow. So, Dave, how many time zones are in BC? I thought there was 3 different time zones in British Columbia, right? Pigeon Forge is not real Tennessee. Where is Pigeon Forge? Sounds like a cool place. So I know we have Mountain Time, we have Pacific Time, and don't we have like a Northern Time? Real Tennessee is everywhere outside of East Tennessee. Interesting. Okay. So Dave, how many time zones are in BC? Can somebody Google that for me? I think there's 3 different time zones in British Columbia. East Tennessee should be on its own state. That's kind of like Salt Spring Island. We should separate from Canada. Salt Spring Island is quite different from the rest of Canada. Only one time zone, but I hear no. There's not one time zone. Mountain time zone. So there's got to be at least 2 time zones, right? So we have Pacific Coast time. Then there's Mountain time. They're actually an hour ahead of us. And I thought there was a Northern. I like Shelby County. I don't know Shelby County. So Dave, so you know Mountain Time Zone, right? That's like if you go east of Cranbrook and you get up right into the mountains there, that's in BC still. They're 1 hour ahead of us. And I always thought there was like a northern time zone in BC up close to like the northwestern corner, or is it the northeastern corner? And it's more like, I'm not aware of anything like that. Okay, so you know there is a Mountain Time Zone though, Dave, right? They're an hour ahead of us. So BC has at least 2 time zones. Yeah, basically East Tennessee culture is like the Midwest, yeah, interesting. Tennessee's like Louisiana. Yeah. And you guys border with Mississippi. I think where you are, you're closer to Mississippi. You're probably like a pretty short drive. Shelby County. I don't know where Shelby County is. That's in Alberta. That's what I've. Oh, no, no, no. I think, no, no, no. There is a mountain time zone in BC. I'm pretty sure. Isn't there, Dave? Somebody's got to Google this for me. Can somebody Google me how many time zones are there in BC? Can you guys Google that for me? Is there a mountain time zone in BC? I can't Google it because I'm on Wendy's phone. I got 10% battery life left. 10%. So this battery's going to die soon. How many time zones are in BC? I got to know that before I sign off now. It's kind of bugging me. And if you don't Google it, I will Google it when I get off of this thing, when the phone dies on me. So if you don't believe so. Okay, I'm going to have to go up to my room. I have to go up to the man cave. I have to go up to the man cave. Okay, look. Thanks, Dave. Time zones. How many time zones in British Columbia? Is it Shelby County? Yeah, well, like Salt Spring Island is quite different than the rest of Canada. Cascadia. Well, that's another thing. Cascadia would consist of Washington State, British Columbia, Oregon, and California. That's what they've talked about in the past. So if Canada becomes part of the United States or British Columbia broke away, if British Columbia became part of the United States, we'd become Cascadia. And I almost wish we'd become part of the United States because I'm not liking the way Canada's going right now. I would be very happy to become part of Washington or Oregon or whatever. I'm good with it. Then I could just drive down to Tennessee very easily, maybe drive down to Florida, dig me out some of those Serrano Reapins, maybe move down to Texas. Oh, Wendy shut the door. I'm being too loud. She's actually trying to sleep, I think. Shelby County is the Portland, Oregon of the East Coast. It falls into Mississippi River. Everyone will celebrate. Oh, really? If it falls into the Mississippi. Mississippi. I like saying that. Okay, Dave, what did you Google? Dave, how many time zones? Trudeau is a idiot. I can say that in here. I don't like the guy running our country. I think he's good friends with the guy running your country. Apparently, there are 2 small regions in BC in Mountain Time Zone. There we go. Okay, that's what it is. So we do have 2 time zones in BC, and that's just east of Cranbrook, right? There you go. We got it. 2. Awesome. Thanks, Dave. You're awesome. You guys are awesome. So I got about 10% battery life here, and you know what that means? Wendy's iPhone is going to die. It's on its way out. So you know what I can do? I can do live streams anytime because I'm on a permanent vacation. I can do a live stream Monday morning. Do you know John Sanders? Yeah. I know John Sanders. Yeah, I think he's in Mississippi, isn't he? He posts pictures of his palms. I'm pretty sure he's in Mississippi. Rip. Yeah, no, the stream's going to rip soon. It's going to be resting in peace real soon. It's there's not much energy left in this phone. Yeah, thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. So what about John Sanders, Zach? I see him post pictures. I think he posted a picture on People Who Love Palm Trees today. He posts pictures of his palms. Pretty sure he's in Tennessee or Mississippi, somewhere in northern Mississippi. Correct me if I'm wrong. He seems like an okay guy. I think he's got a kid. I don't know how old he is. I'm guessing he's in his 30s. But I know he's a palm grower, like us, fellow palm growers. I think when Dave comes down here to visit, I'm going to send him home with some palm trees. And Dave is going to try some palm trees in Prince George, like 10 minutes away. No way. Really? He's only 10 minutes. Cool. Yeah, no, I know John Sanders. Nice guy. Seems like a really nice fella. 10 minutes south. So you're super close to Mississippi. So you can just drive across to Mississippi anytime you want and go shopping or whatever. Is that where you go shopping? Do you go shopping in Mississippi? The Magnolia State. The Magnolia State. If Puerto Rico gets to become U.S. Cool. Yeah, me. Local palm. Oh, cool. That's awesome. We'll get some palm locations. Palm Nation said, we'll send you some seedlings to Prince George, and Snowbird Flock can plant some in his garden and cover them up with leaves sometimes. So there is stores pretty close to you in Mississippi then, Palm Nation, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's cool. That's kind of convenient. You just go over into the next state and go shopping. Cool. I wish we lived close to like another state. Well, I live close to Washington State, but like a province, but we don't. If you go to Alberta, there's a place called Lloydminster, and if you go across the street, you come in Saskatchewan. Some summers may work for... No, they'll work in the summertime there for sure. In the wintertime, you'd have to cover them up. But half the street, you wouldn't believe how many times I've accidentally driven into Mississippi by making. Oh, really? Oh my God! So you're that close to Mississippi? Crazy. And it doesn't look any different than where you are, of course. So there's a street. PR has actually become rich one day. Yeah, Puerto Rico. I got a friend that lives there in U.S. Virgin Islands, but Puerto Rico, yeah, doesn't have a lot of money. They're a territory, kind of like Guam. What was I going to say? So there's a street in Alberta, and if you go down the middle of the street, there's the little lines, the yellow lines separating the street, right and left side. One side is Saskatchewan, and the other side's Alberta. Isn't that crazy? If you step across the center line of the street, you're in the next province. It's kind of weird. Too cold for me there, though. Anyway, guys, I should roll. Yeah, it's the same, different state. Yeah, yeah, cool. Same place, different state. Yeah. Exactly. It's kind of like us. The San Juan Islands, we can see them from here, but they're no different than us. They're in the same archipelago. Washington State, San Juan Islands are the same archipelago as British Columbia South. When I first saw, I thought you meant Mississippi River. Mississippi River. Yeah, how far is the Mississippi River from you guys, I wonder, in Tennessee? Does it go pretty close to where you guys are, or is it far? So, and I know John Sanders does grow some palms down there. I think he's got sable minor and stuff there growing. He should try some bigger ones. Try some palmettos. I don't know if he's got palmetto growing, but I'm sure they'd work down there pretty good. Okay, looks like battery life is super low here. It is getting sketchy. Okay, so you guys go to bed. I will do another live stream tomorrow. Could be on this one. Could be on Jungle Joe C. Could be on Banana JSSI. And you guys take care. Thanks for joining in. See you, Jane. See you, Palmy Pal. See you, Zach. See you, Baharatera. Mississippi River is 2 hours away. The Mississippi River is on the western state border. Okay, cool. Okay, see you guys later. Thanks for joining in. I'm going to go plug this in. John Sanders found it. Oh, cool. Awesome. Bye-bye. See you later, Baharatera. Chick. Hey, take a picture of that, Zach. If you see that palm, you got to get a picture of it and post it on people who love palm trees. That's cool. No, I believe there's some big palmettos down there for sure. There has to be. There has to be that far south. There has to be some big palmettos. So take a picture of that. That would be kind of cool if you happen to come across it, for sure. And I will see you guys next time on a live stream. Yeah, this battery's looking really bad right now. Very low life. It just came up again. Very low temperature. He's got it. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, put it. Yeah, and if you could put it on the site, that would be awesome. People need to see that, man. I love seeing big palms in the south because I love palmettos. I love palmettos with the crisscross boots on them. They're awesome. Okay, I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to go. I'm going to say bye-bye, and I will see you next time on another live stream. Cheers to you.